What would you do with an extra 20 hours every single week? Would you spend more time with your family? Would you start that side hustle? Or would you even grind harder for that next promotion? However you choose to use that time, it is life-changing. Let's get into it. First AI app is Speechify. I don't know if anyone else has documents they have to read. Maybe it's briefs that other folks create to give you the lowdown on a specific project. But some of us learn better from listening versus reading, or our reading is slow, or our eyes get fatigued, or we get scatterbrained. Speechify is absolutely incredible because it reads any document to you. What's also really cool about this is you could pick any voice you want. So here's an example of Speechify working for me, and I actually have our homeboy Snoop Dogg's voice to read this example.
Here's where Speechify comes in. You can listen to any text using Speechify's text-to-speech technology. Free. To your own audiobook and carry it around anywhere you go.
And you could change this to Gwyneth Paltrow, Mr. Beast. It has just cut down the time I take to read important documents at work. It allows me to focus, so I read and listen at the same time, and I find I'm retaining the information a lot more as well. The origin story of this company is amazing. The founder has dyslexia. He was written off because he had a learning disability, and so he created this to help people. AI app number 2, Google Typing, is in a tool that you're probably using day to day. Google Sheets, Google Doc, Google Suites of products. So all you want to do is come over to tools, come down to voice typing. What you would do is click to speak, and it types what you're saying for you in real time. Let's do the demo. So hi friends, this is Tabitha. I am a Harvard-trained business executive, and my intention with this YouTube channel is to help you be more successful at work and to build financial wealth. You are brilliant and you got this. Like, that is pretty good. You can easily come in here and modify things as you would with any other Google Doc. And what you can do is take this text, drop it into ChatGPT to clean it up, and now a process that may have taken an hour or so is now done in a few minutes. AI app number 3 is Chat Sonic. So for the folks who have to use email for their line of work, sometimes composing the perfect email takes time because you want to make sure the tone is right, the grammar is right, the content is right. But what if 2 of those 3 things could be solved for you using AI? I've opened up an email draft here, and let's say I want to write an email to my boss asking for 2 weeks off. I can simply say, write an email to my boss for 2 weeks vacation off from work. But you can actually say, write a more concise version or write a more in-depth version. You can see now that it's a casual tone, they have emojis, taking a well-deserved break. I hope this email finds you well. I want to let you know that I've been working tirelessly, putting in best efforts to meet all of our target and deadlines. With that in mind, I'm kindly requesting a 2-week vacation off from work to recharge and rejuvenate. Mental energy it takes to craft a really strong email. Maybe you're doing an email to the entire organization and there's a lot of pressure to get it right. This could be a great starting point for you. AI app number 4, Formula Bot. At my company, we have an amazing analyst, but she's stretched thin. And so sometimes I need the answer to an important business question, and we don't have the resources to get it turned around really quickly. So Formula Bot is a really cool solution where as long as you have the data, you can put it in the system and ask a question and it will do the Excel work for you. I will link all the AI apps we're talking about in the description box so you can easily get to it. But this video really does a great job breaking down an example where someone is like, hey, I want to understand what territory is doing the best in sales. Instead of you waiting for your data guy to get it for you, you could plug it into Formula Bot and get it back within minutes. AI app number 5 is XEMBLY. Now, I'm going to give you a few alternatives to XEMBLY because I think this is the first one that is a paid app, but I actually know a few that are free that are also amazing. The reason I use this is because our company actually covers the fee for this. But it's essentially like having a chief of staff or a secretary at your fingertips. How I use this app is, let's say I am running a meeting and I want to be completely present and asking questions, providing my perspective, assigning different tasks. Sometimes I don't write all that stuff down. And like back in the day, you would have a secretary who's sitting there taking notes for you. Well, XEMBLY does all that for you. And at the end of the meeting, the notes are scary accurate on what has actually taken place, who said what, and who is assigned to what task based off what was agreed upon during the conversation. And the thing is, sometimes you might have a contentious part of a conversation. XEMBLY is professional enough to put it in a diplomatic fashion where it comes across as something that was constructive versus something not constructive, shall we say. In addition to taking notes, it also assigns tasks and they help you schedule meetings, especially with large groups when sometimes that can be rather difficult. You simply would send a Slack message to your AI assistant, Xena, and say, hey Xena, can you schedule a meeting with these X number of people, give them the names, and it will do the work from there. AI app is called Reclaim AI, and it is amazing for scheduling. You can see here there are a number of different objectives that you could be going for. One is you're trying to schedule a set time where you work out every single day, but your schedule may be a bit volatile or irregular. You can actually have it adjust to how your calendar looks that day to make sure you always have a spot for working out. There's also your tasks, your to-dos, and so you might have a laundry list of things you want to get done each day, but you're stuck in meetings. Well, you need to protect that time, block it off so other people aren't dragging you along and you can't actually produce your deliverable. You can actually ask them to plug in spots for your tasks, calendar syncs, buffer time, smart meetings, and scheduling links. Smart meetings is also worth mentioning. So on average, it takes about 18 minutes for someone to actually get into the flow of work. So if you have a meeting for 30 minutes, then you take a break, and then you start to try to get into something, by the time you're in the flow and then you have another meeting, that is very disruptive. Smart meeting understands that and has your meetings blocked back to back, which allows you to be more productive. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard to juggle both my personal calendar and my work calendar. So if I have a dentist office and it's on my personal calendar, it needs to be on my work calendar also, so people don't book me at that time. And what I love is that it doesn't disclose what you're doing at that time unless you decide to do so. So if you have a dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, fill in the blank, it will block that time off on your work calendar for you, but it will do so in a private way. Our next AI app is Loom, which is actually the software I'm using right now to record myself while presenting my screen. Loom is incredible for cultures where there is just too many meetings. I don't know if anyone else struggles with this, but I've worked for a lot of companies where I spend so many hours in meetings. I'm like, when am I supposed to actually do the work? Loom's amazing because it helps you compress meetings that are probably too dense to be an email, but doesn't require that 30-minute spot on your calendar. So you can come here, record yourself, walk folks through presentations, deck, briefs, Excel spreadsheets, and you can walk them through it. And not only does it cut down to having a meeting, but it allows the team to have something they can reference as a source of truth over and over again. I use Loom all the time, and it is absolutely a game changer. Now, Loom has a free version, which I use all the time, but they also have a paid version that has Loom AI. This allows you to be able to cut out all the filler words like all those things. It also like circles the best part of your deck, adds subtitles, things of that sort. It just takes that video recording to the next level. Definitely makes my top 7 AI apps worth checking out. If you like this video, you're gonna love this video that teaches you how to maximize your productivity using ChatGPT. You are brilliant and you got this. I'll see you in the next video.